So there's a short message that I want to do what I want to talk about. Yes, I know that I'm a kid, but with this privilege, with what I learned from my mom, my dad, the way I was brought up, I don't steal. I don't do many things that maybe some people said the reason why you are saying this is because you are trying to cover up. The truth is this: there are a lot of things that Europeans practice that Africans don't practice. And a lot of my friends do used to tell me, you are not in Africa, you are here in Europe. Anything that they practice here in Europe, you ought to do it. I tell them that foundation cannot change when the building is already what done, unless the foundation is the building is already is what is being destroyed. That's when you can destroy the foundation. So what does that simply mean is this: the Bible says, train up a child in the way he or she will do what will grow, that when he become old, he will not depart from it. The reason why a lot of children now are like they are giving their parents tough time. And sometimes when maybe, for instance, your children based here in Italy, you based in America, or you based in Germany, you will not have peace, is because you did not train them the way they ought to go. Believe me. Yes, I'm using this privilege to urge all mom, all dad, all single father, single mom to train up their child in the way they should go. That was when I arrived this place earlier. So I was making a call with my parents. I was shocked with what I heard from them. So my parents said a word. They said, Samson, if they call us now and tell us that you thief, and we called you, or maybe we asked you, are you the one? You open up your mouth and said, you are not the one. They said, even if they bring anything for them to swell, or they carry them go to anywhere, that they will totally stand by me. Why? Because what they taught me is what they have already believed, that I will never change. Let's read the book of Proverbs. Let's see what it talk about. So Proverbs 29 verse 17. It said, discipline your children, and they will give you peace. They will bring you the delight you deserve. In other words, anything you give to your children, when you give your children, when you train them the way they ought to go, in the old age, they will still give you the same thing that you give them. But if you train your children in a rough way, you don't care for them, you don't ask them why, when they are wrong, you don't correct them. When they do mistake, you don't tell them what they are doing is wrong. Not only by beating, you don't tell them what they are doing is wrong. They will grow to a point where you can't correct them again. Because someone that is now, there was a day that I was talking with one of my best friends when I was in school. We were just discussing. Then because the way she used to talk in the class, she don't respect, she don't do all those stuff. Then I asked her a question. I said, if peradventure you are my girlfriend and I talk to you, the next thing I hear you cost me, what do you expect to see from me? He said, nothing you will do. I said, nothing I will do? He said, yes. That will be the last day I will talk to you. I will even block you. For you to know. See why? Because I cost you? Because maybe you offend me, you do something. Yes, I will just block you for no reason. You will just be shocked. I will block you. Because why? If I allow you to cost me while we are dating, that means if I peradventure marry you, you will not only cost me, you will do what? You will start to do what? Even flog me, even cost me in public, to tell me all manners of things you want to say. He said, even if my own mom cost me, I will cost her. If my mom slap me, I will slap her. I said, I slap you, slap me. That means you are trying to do what? To see another color of me. I'm not an European, I'm an African. So she said, so if your woman now slap you, you will slap your woman back. I said, no, I will not slap a woman. I will do what? I will instantly tell you that you are wrong. And if you don't react at that moment and plead for what you've done or what you have did in that particular moment, I will just walk away, block you and delete your number. She said, Samson, that is when she sent me, there was a one picture. After that, she went home. She created one video like that. She write something like violent. She when a man is raising hand like this, she write Christ. She also draw something like cat. She write many things on it and do it and send it back to me. So what am I trying to say is this: train up your children in the way they should do or they should grow. Because one, when you become old or they become old, they will never depart from it. Yes, we have a lot of parents today who don't have peace in their home because of the way they train their children. Believe me, every day, one trouble to another, one police station to another, one case to another. Why? Because the early age that they ought to train up their children, they refuse to do what they ought to do. They refuse to take the responsibility as a mother to correct their children. Because if your children is what is like 1 year, 1 year they're still distant, you did not talk. When they get to 2 years, they will start to steal phone. Believe me, when they get to 3 years, they will start to pack phone. They're not going to steal it. They will start to pack phone. When they get to a point like 18 to 20 years, where they know, like European law, when you get to 18 years, you have right to do whatsoever you do what you ought to do. You are not longer a teenager. So when they get to that point, you have already allowed them not to know what is wrong and what is not wrong. So when they get to that point, everything that they see is right to them. And even if you correct them, they will never listen to you, because the time that you ought to correct them, you did not do so. So what am I trying to say? Train up your children in the way it will do what it will grow. It will do what it will favor you. Believe me, I'm not saying this because I'm proud of myself, but I'm proud of my own parents who treated me the way I am. That is why today everybody loved me, to a point that after like 2 months of me entering, when they admit us to Italian school, after 2 months, I was shocked that my principal, only 2 months, a bit 3 months, she just figured out that I am not like others. She say it in the class always. I know that she will watch this video. She speak English. She said, Samson, you are not like others. The truth is always found in your mouth. You don't steal, you don't do this, you don't do all manners of what? Yes, sometimes you get angry when you see people trying to molest or take advantage of you, or talking bad of you, or people lying. You get angry easily. I said, yes, this is where I am what I have fault. I don't like to do or to see someone who is trying to cover his mistake instead of pleading for the mistake he have done. You know what I'm saying? So let us train up our children the way it will do what it will favor us, so that they will bring peace and joy in our home. Remember, blessed, may God bless you.